Good evening, adventurers. Yes, you have reached the gates of the castle. And I, as your games master, your dungeon master, it's up to me to take care of you well, isn't it? And give you something to challenge you. And if you play with models on a board, it can be quite hard to keep up, can't it? I might have a view of the type of antagonists I want you to meet next, and it can be very difficult to prepare that many models, counters, etc. So I came across this in my local friendly gaming store, the Game Domain, the other day. Look at that. Pre-painted adventurer type bad guys or good guys, depends on your point of view, miniatures. So it won't be a long look, this one, because there'll be no painting or construction to do. These come as are, ready for your delectation, use and adventuring. So these come from Roll for Initiative. I can't find a lot on the net directly from them, but as I say, the Game Domain have got them, and they're available from other stockists as well. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look inside? So they're all named as well on the back there. I don't know if you can see that. They've all got designations, which is rather super, I think. Rather super. I think we even have a shaman. I think we have an orc paladin as well. Wonderful. Let's try and get it. Pop out. There we go. Nice and easy. Oh, there we are. There we go. So, oh, bit of damage to the box opening, but it will be sealable though. There we are. I'm going to keep that for reference, I think. Oh, very nice. Here, keep that for reference. So we'll start with this here paladin. Very super. The sword a bit bent there. I'm sure that'll straighten up with a bit of work, a little bit of cajoling. And yes, seconds of cajoling, in fact. I'm told that there's a technique one can use with warm water as well. Cup of tea type temperature, quick dip, and you should be able to bend that back into place. The plastic's quite soft, I would say, quite toy-like. Doesn't detract from the miniature itself, but just wouldn't leave it in hot water for too long, so that you don't melt the end of the sword off or pop it off by accident. But I think that's quite bendable and will go back in quite easily. Another thing I notice is, look, the bases are clear. So if you put that on to something, let's have a look. Should we get a little tile here? There you go, little tile. And you, there you go, you can see through it, which it's not a big, I think it's a cool thing. I think it's an interesting feature. I don't know what practical purpose it might serve. Perhaps when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, there's something underneath that you need to know about, some sort of terrain or trap or web or something like that. You need to know what's under there. Who do we have next? I'm going to refer to my card. So here we have an orc archer. Super. As you can hide behind more than the massive paladin there. Again, neatly painted, but not over detailed, so you could wash this or put some more detail on if you wish. I'll have that pointing towards us. And then who do we have next? Male orc battle master. Yes. There we are. With a bendy hammer. To bend his hammer back. Let's have a quick go at that. And there we go. Some improvement out of the box by bending. I think it'll bend back though before I doctor it properly. A massive, mighty gent, this one as well. Not very flat sculpts in a good way. There is depth as well as breadth to these miniatures, which I also like. I remember years back you get sculpts, and I'm sure there's some production reason for it, but the sculpts of many models would be quite flat, wouldn't they? Quite flat. So who do we have next? We'll have a male orc warrior, shall we? If I get the right one. There he is. There we are. He's actually got a shield on his back. There, looking excellent. Again, nice dynamic pose. As deep as it is wide. Kind of curved sword there. Now, I don't know if that's meant to be curved like that. Is it meant to be curved like, I don't know, a Kopesh type sword? Or do I need to bend that back? I'll have a closer look. I'm not sure. I guess as it's my model, it'll be up to my interpretation. So I might straighten that sword out. I'm not sure. He's also got some rather wonderful spiky greaves, which I do like. I wouldn't want to get shinned by him, not one bit. Then second to last on the orc roster, we have female orc Eviscerator. I do say she is ready for action, isn't she? Again, an interesting pose. Bit of a knife fighter's pose. She's got double daggers there. Bit of a knife fighter's pose. She's down. She's ready to spring forward, spring back. Very good indeed. I don't have a favourite so far either, which I think is good. Although I do think she is very cool. This might be my favourite. It's a big model with lots going on. This is an orc shaman. So if nothing else, if you've got a big box of orcs from some wargaming system at home, these guys could be your leaders, couldn't they? Your leaders of units, etc. But this gent definitely has got something about him, I would say. Yeah, a lot going on there. The staff with a blade on the end, part weapon, part magical talisman, perhaps. Is that a head? Is that a head? It's a head. He's holding up. Of course it is. Kind of wonderful studded armour he's got there too, which I really like. Excellent. So there we go. Those are our orcs. Excellent. And to face those today, we have the skeletons. Again, named individually. There's one I'm quite excited about. I don't know if you can guess the one I'm excited about. You guess. Go on, guess which one I'm really excited about. One that's drawn my eye immediately. Let's get in. I think we're winning. Ooh. A little bit of effort needed. There we go. I think we're in. There we are. There we are. Again, card for reference. Super. Put that down here and take them out one at a time, shall we? Very good. These skeletons are a little bit more delicate. There's not as much meat on the bone, is there? Pun intended. The sword here is bent. However, I think it might be by design. If you look there in the bottom right. Looks like the swordsman, as he's named, does have a bent weapon. Shall I point them that way so they're facing each other. There we go. It's more cinematic, doesn't it? Then we have the battle captain. I like him. Interesting pose. He's got his scabbard on his back as well. There. Oh yes, very animated. Super stuff. Okay, there as well. Then we have an archer. Marvellous. Oh, just feel a bit of flashing on the bottom of the base there. Take that off in a second with a blade. No problem at all. If only I had a blade mighty enough to take off such flashing. Perhaps I will need a caliburn. There we go. Seconds of work. And done. There we go. No problem at all. Lovely. Archer there. Quite a standard pose, meaning the model looks great on its own and I think would look quite good ranked up as well. He had a few of them. I'll put him over there, I think. How's that look? What do you think? Very good. Next we have the Blade Master, another dual-wielding model. So the Orcs have one of these. This is a comparison, perhaps. It's got kind of a reverse grip on one of the daggers there. It's got the clothes hanging off him. Again, very neatly done. Yeah, I would say that the painting's neatly done. A little bit more washing on this maybe than the Orcs, which you would understand for skeletons. Really brings out the gaps between the bones, doesn't it? And then second to last, we have the Spearman. There he is. Bit of bendy spear syndrome going on at the moment. I'm sure a little bit of warm water. Again, we could rectify that. And then lastly, I've saved the best till last in my opinion. The others are great. Is this wonderful little skeletal wolf. I mean, that is ace, I think. And I know, I do admit, I was drawn first to the pre-painted miniatures in the shop, and I saw the dog, and that was it. That was my purchase decision made. The gold coins came out of the pouch for the box as soon as I saw that, and that's going to be ace. And I'm definitely going to find an excuse to get that into some campaign in the future. So remember rightly, Kings of War. You can even have a special rule for the undead, which I think is something like giant rats or are they dogs? Well, this might answer the question, mightn't it? So you could use that for that system perhaps as well. Wonderful stuff, and very, very pleased with that too. Great stuff. So not a lot to go through today, so maybe we should have a look at them on a bit of scenery. What do you think? I think the skeletons may be eager to have the Orcs for dinner. What do you think? Awfully kind of them. And if you are the archer at the back there, remember the most important concept in archery: escape, escape, escape. Take care, everyone.